Morning, brothers and sisters. Today I'm going to speak about African American history according to the Bible. The truth is that you cannot speak about African American without talking about slave trade, because there will be today no African American if the African slave trade didn't happen. But slavery. Slavery brought, a new page of history in Africa. You know that African slave trade didn't happen by chance. Nothing in this world happened by chance. Everything is planned, by God. It's God who allowed things to take place. So the slavery, African slavery, took place according to God's order. But why God did allow, those kind of things, atrocity of slavery to take place? Taking people, from the land, native land, to far countries. But why those kind of things did take place? But God, God knew already that those things would happen, and He Himself allowed those things to be taken place, to take place, But if you know your history, that gives you a joy and a peace of mind. But the Bible is a book of history. So before anything start, taking place, so everything was written already before it started taking place. But it's very good to know today that African American are the direct descendants of the Canaanite people. Right from the Bible. So the Canaanite are one of the sons of Ham. So, and before the flood, God was very keen with black people, the house of Ham. But something, things start going bad, and the Canaanites become very, very sinful people, living in a righteous way. Not only the Canaanites, the whole house of Ham, So which means the Egyptian, the Cushite, the Canaanite and the others, they start living in a very unclean way, and God was very cross with them. So He make a plan to bring different people in their place. So that's why the call of Abraham, and then after calling Abraham, he told Abraham that the sin of the Amorite, the Amorite also the tribe of the Canaanite, the sin of the Amorite, that's Genesis 15, I think 16 verse. So it's not full yet. So which means it took quite a long time from Abraham to Egypt, coming out of Egypt. So, the Israelites start destroying without pity. But God Himself was fighting, destroying all the Canaanites because of the sin. But the Canaanites, in becoming very sinful, God warned the Israelites not to do things, like the Canaanite. I'm going to read it to you just for a second.